Hello and welcome. I'm Katie and this is a Fountain Pen Awakening, and today we're going to be talking about this pen. Let's get started. Welcome to my new series about this pen. This series wants to talk about my fountain pens in a retrospective manner. So what this is me having a chat to you about my likes, my dislikes. Do I reach for it? Do I not reach for it? Any shenanigans that I've had with this pen, any kind of stories, what inks I like pairing with this pen, why, and just having a bit of fun with the fountain pens that are in my collection and just talking you through my experiences of the pens that I've been using so far. So I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, hope wherever you are in the world you're doing well. Today I am going to be talking about my Pilot Custom 74 with a beautiful music nib. Don't know if we can see this, but I am so enjoying this little nibster here. Now it is a gold nib, and it's quite fun because it's quite a springy nib when you write with it. I have got this pen inked up with Ferris wheel press. This is part of a charger set that I got, and it's got the name of the ink down the bottom, the initials. So it's Edward's Garden. This is a shimmer ink, and it has sheening as well. So it's kind of like, I would say, an emerald green, peacock green, teal green, I don't know, one of them greens. And then it has the particulates in it, which are kind of gold, and then it has this red sheen to it. Now, I did originally have this inked up in my TWSBI Mini, and it didn't really perform that well, but what I do really love is how it performs in this pen, because you get all the sheening and the shimmering qualities to it. Now, when I bought this pen, I was super lucky. Here it says made in Japan, custom. Can we see that? Is it going out of focus? Custom 74. And I got this on sale. Otherwise, I would have never been able to afford it. It was a great price, and I got the Custom 74 because I love this ball clip. I love the fact that it kind of like, it's got a bit of a retro look to it. It's actually super, super light, and I can actually post this pen. And it's quite, like a long pen. It's not a small pen by any means. See how long it is? But it's super lightweight, super balanced. It feels really good. So I can write with this posted. And if I unpost it, see how it sits in my hand. So very lightweight. And for someone who's not super into black pens, I've always kind of thought, oh, black pens, boring. And this is why I was a bit like, oh, music nibs, they're all on the black pens, because you can't sort of find the music nibs on kind of all the pretty pens. They're kind of always on these like either black pens or navy blue pens, or, like, to me, the boring pens. But I shouldn't say that, because once I've got it, I was super impressed. It's super sexy. I really, really like this pen. I really love the feel of it, the look of it, and I'm really super glad that I have this pen in my collection. It came in this box, which is a clamshell box. In here, ta-da! I'm housing my uninked pens for the time being. And to be frank, for the price of the pen, for them to give it to me in this kind of plasticky box was a bit of a disappointment. It is what it is. Pilot is what it is. So, yeah, there you have it. All right. So let's have some fun. All right, so as you can see, I've got this kind of like green board underneath my Tomoe River loose leaf paper, just because I'm going to be doing some ink splatters and I don't want it to sort of get everywhere. It's for like a protection purposes. I just want to have a bit of fun. Ink splatter. And then what we can do is just to show you the properties of this ink as well. That's a big ink splatter, that is. Super big one. Yeah, and as soon as you touch the paper towel, you've got ink on your fingers. Don't you love that? As soon as you touch it. As soon as you touch it. And what I'm going to give, it's got a bit of a roll around. So this one came with a Con 70. And me and this Con 70, oh, I haven't got much ink in there, have I? Have not had the best of starts. It's a bit kind of weird, and I've had a lot of people, advise me what to do with this con. But all I do is I kind of like, when I want to fill her up, I just pop it in, give it a bit of presses, and so the ink sort of comes into the nib and the feed, and then to ink that up and give it a bit of a lubrication. And then what I do is I just get my trusty little syringe and ink her up. So let's just write with this pen. It is quite a thick nib. Being a music nib, and I don't know if you people know what a music nib is all about, and it's not, as Goulet Pen said, just a trumped up stub nib. A music nib is much more than that. It's actually been purposely designed to write on a music sheet. And see how it's got those two, can we see that? Those lines down there? That's so it allows more ink flow to go into the nib. And you can get a thicker line, you can get a thinner line. And so if I sort of like turn this pen, I can write this way. I can write really thin this way. I can go upwards with a thicker line. I can go sideways. And it's kind of designed to be able to be versatile, so you can use it like 360 degrees. You can even write in reverse with it. Reverse. It's like amazing. It really is. Like, it's so much fun. I get that a lot of people want to use their pens for journaling in their Hobonichi, and a lot of people have really kind of like small, minute handwriting, but you can get really fine writing from here as well. So if I want to write really small, I can. Do I reach for this pen? I actually do. I love the writing experience with it. You can use it for letter writing, you can use it for experimentation, you can use it for just normal writing, which I kind of, look at that. Can you see that? Ink splat, Pilot Custom. I kind of, look. Reverse writing, side writing, upwards writing, downwards writing, sideways writing. Super fun. music nib. So, you know, it's actually interesting because when I bought this nib, you know, I was thinking, oh, it's just kind of like a normal stub nib. The Japanese pens seem to not have a stub nib, they seem to have the music nib. And I didn't quite understand what a music nib was. And obviously I watched the Goulet pens review and they said it's a trumped up stub nib, blah, 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 blah. But then when I actually got this pen, one of my lovely viewers, you know, he commented that it's much more than that. And if I wanted to know more, he linked this video to watch about the music nib, and I watched that and was very super interesting, which I have linked in that video where I was, you know, with the original unboxing of this pen, so if you guys want to go and have a look. But I think all in all, I love using this nib. It's super fun, you know me, and I like a stub nib, so this is the really thick kind of line it has. But then if you want to go a little bit lighter, you just can. You turn it on its side. It depends on, you know, how you want to write. So see how you angle it differently, and then you can get a really smaller line or line weight. Loves this. So this ink is Ferris Wheel Press, Edward's Garden, Shimmer, and Shining ink. I mean, do we want to talk about that ink splat? How cool is that ink splat? That ink splat is everything. People, get yourself a music nib. It's super, super fun. I love it. I enjoy this pen. I'm so blessed that I was able to get it at a really good price, and I'm really happy that it is in my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Until my next one. Ciao, belli.